So we can show some mixed number fraction multiplication here. I can give you a mixed number 2 and 1/4 times, let's say 1 and 1/2. Okay, so this is essentially 9/4 times 3/2. Okay, so what does this look like? Okay, so if we start here, oops, there we go. So there's going to be along the vertical here, I've got 1 and 1/2. Along the horizontal, I've got 2 and 1/4. Okay, so each grid line represents one whole. Okay, so there's my area. Okay, so 1/2, 1 and 1/2 times 2 1/4 area. Okay, so there's my whole parts. There's my kind of fraction pieces. And you can see that, there it is. I have my, I forgot how many pieces there were. There are 1, 2, there's 4 here, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they've all shown up kind of out here. Okay, so there's my 3 wholes, and I have half left over here. Okay, so this is kind of hard to follow when we are looking at the whole parts, but again, we should be able to at least justify this 2 and 1/4 times 1 and 1/2. Now, the problem with this 2 1/4 is there is times and pluses mixed in here. Same with this here. So again, if we can change that into improper fractions, we're better off. Okay, so I'm just going to do one more so they can kind of visually see how that works. So 3 and 2/3. Okay, and let's do 2 and 1/4. Okay, when we multiply those, and so here's my length and width. Okay, so 2 1/4 along the vertical, 3 and 2/3 along the horizontal, and there's our area. We can see we have 6 whole parts here. Okay, 6 whole parts, and here we're going to end up with this will end up being 1/4, 2/4, 3/4. This piece here is going to be 1/4, and it's going to be 2/3. 2/3 of 1/4, which is going to end up being 2/12. And again, here we have 2/3, 2/3, and we can add that all up, and we're going to end up with our area that we want. The way they've done it is they've just taken those fraction bits, filled in these parts to make whole fractions. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we have 1/4 as our leftover piece. Okay, so this is difficult to follow. And the reason is because we've got these pluses in here. So if we can just keep it as improper fractions, we're going to be better off.